let's get into it. I mean, we got to dive deep into this game 3 marathon. Man, oh man, instant classic, 18 innings, second longest World Series game in history, only to game 3 of the 2018 World Series, also at Dodger Stadium, and also with a left-handed Dodger hitting a walk-off home run to end it. But here we go. So Teoscar Hernandez, Shohei Ohtani start off the scoring with homers in the second inning and the third inning. So 2-0 Dodgers right off the top. And you're like, all right, here we go. Like maybe the Dodgers offense has woken up a little bit here. Alejandro Kirk then turns around and hits a 3-run shot in the top of the fourth, makes it 3-2 Blue Jays. Blake Snell has been kind of hammered in this series. The Blue Jays have done a really great job against Blake Snell.
Yeah, it's like we were texting back and forth last night. Game 5 is a perfect matchup for the Blue Jays because they crush lefties. And Snell, I mean, they jumped right down his throat. And Snell was good against the Brewers, and you can get away with some stuff there, and they aren't necessarily going to hurt you. Though the Blue Jays let him get away with nothing.
Yeah, crazy. So Andres Jimenez then continues the scoring in the fourth. He gets a sac fly. He scores Addison Barger. They're 4-2 Blue Jays. Blue Jays look like they're in great shape here. Then Dodgers come back with a little punch of their own. Ohtani drives in Kike, and then Freeman drives in Ohtani. We got a 4-4 tie after 5, kind of back and forth seesaw battle. Bo Bichette then drives in Vladdy Jr. to take a 5-4 lead in the top of the 7th, only to be answered by Shohei Ohtani with his second homer of the game to tie it in the 7th, 5-5, and that is it for the scoring until the 18th inning.
For like 4.5 hours.
Oh, man. Now, there are some events leading up to the 18th inning that had fans just being like, what is going on here? So, first one is we go to the 10th. The Blue Jays get thrown out at the plate in the 10th, leaving Vladdy on deck. Now, we have a runner on first, double hit down the right field line to the fence. Perfect relay by the Dodgers. And that was the only way you were going to get him was a perfect relay. And I get kind of putting the pressure on the Dodgers to make that perfect relay because, I mean, we've seen it in the past. Relays can be really messy, even at the pro level. But Dodgers executed it, and they threw out Davis Schneider by 20 feet. Like, it really wasn't close. Like, Smith had time to catch it in front of the plate and then come down and block it, which you can block the plate if you have the ball.
Yep.
So people were in uproar like about that. And I get it because that rule this year was like put in at the beginning of the year and then not really enforced. And people weren't really sure what the rule meant about blocking or giving a lane. I still don't know really exactly what the rule is because sometimes it was called, sometimes it wasn't. But this was a clean play in my eyes. He had the ball. He can do whatever he needs to prevent the run. What I did not know is Schneider can railroad the catcher in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was taken completely out, but I did not realize that had come back in.
I believe the way it is now is that it has to be to the body. It's got to be like shoulders to waist. You've got to hit in that range. What they were trying to take out was the guys that were trying to headhunt on their way into the plate, because there were guys that were going in for the head.
Yeah, I mean, which you would want to, right? You want to go in for the kill. You want to drop it.
Well, I want you so unconscious you can't hold on to the ball, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, Curtis, buddy, we're with you. And I mean, game 3, we love this game in general, but game 3, holy smokes, man, was it awesome. Yeah, it was. I'm with you, Captain. I like being aggressive, but you have Vladimir Guerrero hitting 500 in the World. I mean, he's not now. What is he at? Like 486? I think he dropped to like 486. Oh, woo! You have him in the on. You have him in the on deck circle with runners on second and third and 2 outs. Now you have a chance to drive in 2. Now you've just taken yourself completely out of the inning. And the way the Dodgers were throwing the ball in the dirt, I mean, a free 90 feet could have happened at any point there. Whatever. So, anyways, let's move on to the 12th. Blue Jays load the bases, and in comes Clayton Kershaw with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And we're all just like, we saw the last time Kershaw came in relief. It wasn't a good performance here.
It was batting practice last time.
Yeah. And he gets a 3-2 count, and he gets Lucas to chase a down and outside curveball. He rolls it over, inning over. Dodgers are pumped. Kershaw's pumped. And I'm kind of happy for Kershaw that he got out of that, because that's his last memory at Dodger Stadium, is getting out of a bases loaded jam like that, instead of the last outing he had where he got absolutely shellacked by the Phillies.
Massacred.
Yeah. So I am happy that I just, combined both his names. Clayton Kershaw got that moment in a Dodgers uniform in his last homestand there.
That should have been his nickname all along. He should have been Clayshaw. He only should have gone by one name.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. So in the middle of the 12th and the 18th, the Dodgers had, I forgot to put this slide in, and I'm really sorry to Will Klein, because you definitely deserve a slide. This kid for the Dodgers had the game of his life. Nobody knew who the heck Will Klein was before game 3. The Dodgers bullpen is completely empty. Will Klein is the last guy in the bullpen, sitting out there by himself with like one bullpen coach. And he's like, well, I guess it's my turn to go in. He had not thrown more than 30 pitches in an outing in his career. And he goes out and throws 72 pitches of scoreless baseball when the Dodgers needed him the most. I mean, what a moment for that kid to go out there and do what he did against the Blue Jays lineup that has been hitting pretty well this World Series.
Yeah, it's that. I mean, you assume at that point most guys are like exhausted, and you got one fresh guy in the bullpen. There's literally nobody behind him. It's your ball till we basically end this game one way or another, kid. And I mean, to go out there and pitch like he did, and it wasn't like they were hitting balls hard at people. He was super effective.
Yeah, he was.
But again, it's because the Blue Jays had never seen him.
Right.
And so again, like, you have no book on a guy. They'd never seen him, and they looked like it. But the kid executed. He just went out there and threw the pitches he had to throw. I mean, I can't remember a ball that was hit hard.
No.
He just continued to deal.
And he wasn't in trouble, really, any of those innings. He wasn't in trouble.
He was coasting.
Yeah. So 16th innings kind of rolling around, and you see Yamamoto's interpreter go up to Mark Pryor and whisper in his ear, and then that gets, John Smoltz and Davis like bug-eyed in the booth being like, what's going on here? Yamamoto tells Dave Roberts that he's ready to go in. After throwing 107 pitches in game 2, he's ready to go back in game 3. Now, I mean, it would have been wild if we saw him go back in there. That would have been the first time we've seen that since what, 1930 something? I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, like I remember like Madison Bumgarner coming in for the Giants out of the bullpen, but it wasn't when he pitched the day before. Like, it was his second or third day, and it was like his bullpen session. He'd use it coming out. But
you saw Yamamoto like throwing in the bullpen there, and then in the 18th inning, Freddie Freeman gets up and hits the walk-off homer. And it looked like the Dodgers had possibly ended it a couple times throughout the extra innings, because Will Smith got into one. He bat flips it, he bat drops it, and the ball just like dies at the warning track. Teoscar Hernandez hit one really hard to dead center. It looked like he got it, and the ball just died as well. So it was weird. Like, the ball wasn't flying well. Looked like the Dodgers were just trying to jack one out of there. And then Freeman finally does. What is Freddie Freeman's legacy at this point? After the walk-off grand slam last year, the walk-off here in the 18th, is Freddie Freeman one of those playoff like idols or icons Like when you think of MLB postseason success, Freddie Freeman is mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, Freddie's up there in terms of overall postseason performances with some of the best. His stats aren't necessarily like jump off the page at you, but he has come up with so many big hits. He had the home run streak of consecutive games. I mean, he's not out there hitting 400, but he's getting a ton of huge hits.
Yeah.
And when you need a guy to come through and you need a big hit, when you have an offense that's stalled, like the Dodgers offense was completely stalled in that game, he's the guy that finds a way to break out of it. And sometimes it literally can just be a ball in the gap, but he also hits a lot of really big home runs.
He does. Yeah, Freddie is money. I mean, absolutely. 100%.